What is going on, guys? It's Nacer or Javon bringing you guys another wonderful GTA video again today. Now in today's video we'll be going over the GTA Online Smugglers Run update. Now this Smuggler Runs update features a lot of new air vehicles for you to explore and enjoy. Just to name a few, we have some new helicopters, we have some new vintage fighters, they have some new carpet bombing planes, they even have a new few land vehicles in the mix. And to top all that, they also feature a new aircraft air freight running business. It's pretty much similar to having a drug farm or owning a bunker, but I'll get more into that in the video. So I'm going to show you guys some of the features that this update has to offer. I want to show you guys most of the air vehicles, at least all the cool ones, to get you guys an understanding of what this update has to offer. So keep in mind, I will be spending a lot of money on a lot of these vehicles just so you guys can know exactly what to expect. These are the things that I do for you guys. So if you guys definitely enjoyed this video, please slap me a thumbs up like. We will greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Now, a lot of you may know that there is a lot of air vehicles to purchase, but before you can even purchase any of these vehicles and store them, the first thing that you must do is purchase a hangar. A hangar is going to be the spot pretty much where all your air vehicles that you purchase is going to end up being stored at. Now, if you look here on this map, there are a couple locations that you can purchase your hangar at. Now, if you look here at the top of the map, one of the spots you could buy a hangar at is at the Fort Zancudo Army Base. Now, keep in mind, the price will definitely reflect the location that you buy your hangar at, and buying a hangar at the Army Base will definitely come at a pretty high price. But keep in mind, it does come with a pretty cool feature. The feature is low-level clearance for any incoming vehicle, so if you travel inside the Army base, you will not attract the personnel coming after you. You won't get any stars, no police, nothing like that at all. Perfect empty clearance, which is definitely cool in my opinion. So definitely choose wisely at which hangar that you would like to purchase. Now, once you got your hangar purchased, you're ready to go purchase some nice aircraft vehicles to store inside your hangar. Now, as you guys see, I've taken the time out to purchase some of the air vehicles ready for you guys so I can kind of review them and give you guys an idea and opinion on what I think about them. So let's go ahead and get that going. Now, anyway, since I bought a hangar, I was able to buy all these planes and store them in. If you look right here, basically I have all my planes right here in front and center. Now, in order to modify these planes, you got to make sure you have the mechanic workshop option purchased when you buy the hangar. So that way you'll be able to modify your planes any way you want, because certain planes have certain things. So if you want to get it hooked up all the way, make sure you have the mechanic workshop option bought when you buy the hangar. So since I have the workshop bought with my hangar, I'm going to go ahead and modify one of these planes and see how well I can deck it out. Now I'm going to start from the smaller planes and work more to the big dog. So let's see how this goes. So first up we have the Western Rogue right here. Let's see what we can modify and put on this bad boy. You have countermeasures. Okay, that's for, I guess, like evading people, trying to shake people and whatnot. It's kind of like, you know, modifying a car in the Los Santos Custom. You can change all this stuff on it as far as an engine. So it looks like this can carry bombs, explosive, incendiary gas. Wow, I'm not even going to lie. This is pretty dope. Primary weapons, you can get a special cannon on it or explosive cannons. Oh my lord, this is a straight aerial monster. I'm gonna have to deck this thing all the way out. I can't take no shorts right here. Explosive cannons or 7.62 machine guns. Explosive cannons down to more deadly. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna go too crazy with the paint right now because I'm most likely not gonna keep whatever I select right now. I'm just gonna select something for the video. Then I'll most likely change it once I get down the road. I'll just put that on for now. I'm sorry if it looks ugly. Don't judge me. I have better taste than that, trust me. Now let's take it outside for a spin. But before we actually go outside, looking at the actual aircraft, you can see that it has 2 seats. So this enables you and another passenger to fly around the city wreaking havoc on everyone. But anyways, let's get going. Alright, so some of the things that we want to test on this Rogue is the handling and the speed when we take off. Let's see how that is. Alright, speed's not too bad. The handling on this aircraft is definitely very, very tight. As far as maneuverability and control, I'll give this a definite A. So one of the main features on this aircraft is the fact that it has a bombing bay. Let's go ahead and try that out and see how that works. If you hold right on the D-pad, it opens a bottom bay under the aircraft, which holds the bombs. Now another cool feature is if you actually press the B button when the bomb bay is open, it shows you an undercam of the actual aircraft so you can see where your bombs are dropping. So we're going to try that out and see exactly how well that works. Alright, let's just find some unsuspecting traffic real quick. Alright, let's try it right here. Oh man, that is one crazy mess down there. Let's give it one more run. Oh man, that is one crazy mess. That is something I do not want to be under. So as you see, the bombing method is definitely very accurate. If you hold the A button, it does a carpet style bombing. That's what I did right there, and I think that's definitely dope. Now keep in mind, the camera for the bombing bay does not allow you to move the aircraft. As you see right here, basically you cannot control the aircraft as you're dropping bombs. So you want to make sure you're at a good height and elevation when you do that, so that way you'll end up crashing into a tree. But nothing is more embarrassing than trying to drop bombs and looking down and then not worrying about what's in front of you. Alright, now aside from the bombs, this thing also features humming missiles. I mean, you guys know what humming missiles are pretty much. If you guys been in any type of vehicle that have them, you know what they're like. So I don't really see the need of testing these out. I'm going to go ahead and skip that and move to the explosive MG. Now the explosive MG is a machine gun turret that you can get add on to this Rogue also. If you guys remember how the laser jet shoots out the machine gun, it's the same exact thing. Explosive rounds, meaning basically whatever it hits, it's going to explode it and tear it up, no doubt about it. So when you're wreaking havoc on traffic like that, pretty much you're going to destroy everything in your path, easily. Just make sure you have better aim than me. Whoops. Now there is one last thing I forgot to do for this plane, which is a durability test. So I'm kind of curious to know if it basically can take any rocket shots or not, because that would definitely be a big game changer. We have our crash dummy standing right there. I don't know why he's there, but I'm not going to ask any questions. It looks like it just took a shot. Let me see if I can get it to fly. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is still operational. After taking one rocket blast, it is still ready to fly. Little smoky, but still flying, as you can see. Wow, that's actually really good news. So that means if you're flying and someone shoots you with a rocket, you don't have to get scared and bail out. You can actually take the hit, but then you might want to land the plane after that because it's going to leave it smoking. But at least you can know it won't take you out of the air in one shot. Now, I'm kind of curious to see how many shots it actually takes to blow it up. Now, if it's smoking at just one shot, I'm sure probably the second probably going to take it out. Let's see. Now, the second shot didn't really blow it up, but it did render it useless. So basically, if you get shot twice, your airplane is not going to destroy and blow up on you, but it's basically going to just get shut down and not be able to be used. So that's kind of better than blowing up in the sky. So I guess if someone shot at you, they probably wouldn't kill you, but they would disable your vehicle to where you couldn't use it. To me, that's definitely impressive because everyone knows flying either a laser or a Hydra, if you get shot one time with a rocket, that aircraft is finished. So to see this aircraft right here able to take 2 shots and not even blow up and explode, that's definitely impressive. Big points to that. Alright, so the next air vehicle that we're going to take out is a Nagasaki Ultralight. Now this vehicle right here seems more like a go-kart bike pedal type of vehicle, so I'm dying to see how this is going to work out. Now as always, I'm going to get the priorities basically done on the first, like the weapons and the armor, and then take it outside and give it a spin. Armor upgrade to the max, countermeasures. Let's get the flares. Upgrade the engine, of course. Upgrade the handling, of course. Propellers. I don't really think this matters. I'm just going to keep it the way it is. Weapons, of course. You can get a 7.62mm gimbal turret. Why not?
Just keep that one away from the...
Let's take it outside and give it a spin. Now, I've never used this, so I don't really know what to expect, but let's give it a whirl. Okay, pretty fast acceleration. Am I in the air already? Okay, I guess I'm already in the air. Okay, this thing definitely handles kind of differently. It's kind of cool in a way, but it definitely handles a little differently. Let me see if I can... Can't tuck the wheels in. So I guess I'm just in the air and I'm pulling on this thing in front of me that makes you either turn left or right. I don't really know what to say much about this. Let's go ahead and just test some of the features on it. So the weapons that I have on this vehicle is the machine gun turret, as you guys see. Now I'm going to try to see how well this works and see how efficiently I can use it. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is definitely kind of complicated. I'm not even sure if I can even do this. So I guess basically there's a fixed reticule on this vehicle. If you see the reticule right here in the middle, basically you cannot change that. You can maneuver the plane kind of around if you need to, but the reticule going to always stay the same. So whatever you're shooting at has to be lined up with that reticule, otherwise you're not going to be able to hit your target. I don't really know if I like that or not, because that makes it kind of complicated for me for aiming and tracking down targets. But I guess that's just how it is, and there's nothing we can do about that. Now that to me is definitely a thumbs down. I was hoping for a more free aiming reticule, but I mean, this is what we have, so it's either take it or leave it. Alright, let's go ahead and bring this thing down so I can test the armor capacity on it. Alright, let's see how well this thing can take a rocket blast. Okay, it's still kicking after one blast. Okay, that's impressive. That's impressive. But once again, like the other vehicle, basically one blast do have it kind of on a smoking type of style here. So I'm assuming one more is probably going to render it useless. Let's just go ahead and see. Okay, not only did it get rendered useless, this thing just straight blew up. So basically, it can take one successful shot and have to land it. After that, it's pretty much finished. Which is still great for any air vehicle, because most air vehicles can't take any shots at all. So definitely kudos to that. Now, one thing I didn't like about the Ultralight, the handling to me is kind of terrible. Just trying to maneuver this thing around the area is somewhat of a big problem to me. So I don't really think I'm going to be using this vehicle really at all. It does look cool and interesting, definitely just from how it looks. But when you actually get into it and fly and try to use it, I don't see people like, you know, gunning people down with the fixed reticule and all that. It's just nothing I think that I will be spending that much time in. So for that, I'm going to give it like a good 2 out of 5. Let's move on to our next vehicle. Alright, so the next plane up is our LF22 Starling. Now this plane is from the Warstock website, so you know it's going to have some heavy weapons involved. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now this one is a single-seater as opposed to the Rogue, which is a twin-seater. Modifications, you know the deal. Upgrade, countermeasures. I'm going to get the flares. Okay, thrust. I've never seen this before. Increased fuel capacity for extended use of the rocket boost. It sounds interesting. Let's get it. Alright, we have all our basics, so let's go ahead and give it a run. Now, as soon as you get outside, the first thing that it says is that Starling is flown using a rocket boost. Press L to take off and maintain flight. The boost will slowly recharge over time and faster when grounded. So it takes off the rocket boost. That's definitely impressive. You see I'm flying in the skies right now. Oh god, and the handling is crazy. Check this out. That's wild. So we got that done now. Let's check out the weapons that this thing has to offer. Let's check out how the cluster bomb works. Okay, now I don't know if you guys actually seen that or noticed that, but basically the cluster bomb is exactly what a cluster bomb is, which means it shoots out one bomb and it basically spreads into other mini bombs. So that's definitely pretty cool right there. I like how that works. Now another important feature that I do have on this aircraft is the countermeasures. I'm going to basically see how effective the flares are. I'm going to have someone basically lock onto me and shoot a missile and see how well the countermeasures. Okay, so basically you just seen that they shot a rocket at me and I use the flares basically to deploy the missiles away, and it actually worked. Let's try it again. Just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. Let's try it again. That's pretty dope. That is dope. I like that a lot. Now, as you guys see, the aircraft is smoking. I decided to take a hit while it's in the sky, basically to see how well it can take rockets. And just like the other ones, basically, it can take one hit before it will start acting up. So once again, definitely a plus. The fact that you can have an aircraft, like I said, that can take hits is a good thing. So let's go ahead and land this one and get our next one out. Alright, so our next air vehicle that we're going to take out and review is going to be our helicopter, which is a Nagasaki Havoc. Let's bring this out. Actually, let's modify this first, and then we'll bring it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the upgrades going on it. I'm sure the armor upgrade 100% means it'll be able to take one rocket blast before it disables, but I have to make sure every time, so I got to put it on just to test it. Now, the last countermeasure you guys see me use was the flares. The flares are definitely very, very responsive. They work very well and did its job. So now I want to try the chaff. What the chaff is supposed to do is basically block their ability to lock onto me in the first place. So instead of me, you know, figuring out how to evade the missiles, this is supposed to stop them from locking onto me in the beginning, so that way I have nothing even to worry about. So I'm going to enable this on the vehicle and see how well this works. Let's get the engine up, race handling, of course. Now for the weapons, this has a 50 cal minigun. That sounds definitely pretty cool. Let's get that on there. All right, let's take it outside. Alright, so starting off, the speed seems pretty moderate. Definitely seems pretty quick for a helicopter. Definitely gets going pretty nice and easily and smoothly. Alright, so let's get straight to the weapon and try the minigun out. Oh, that sounds strong. That sounds very strong. Let's actually try that minigun on a target and see how strong it is. Alright, let's test it out on this police vehicle. We're going to use first person mode right here. Okay, either I can't aim or this is pretty weak. This thing is just definitely weak. I mean, you guys see right there, I was basically penetrating that truck, and I couldn't get no type of explosion, no nothing. Definitely thumbs down to the cannons on this vehicle. Definitely not that strong. Alright, so now we're going to try out the chaff countermeasure ability for this aircraft. What that pretty much means, if someone try to lock onto you and you use a chaff ability, basically it will make it so they can't lock onto you at all. So instead of having to worry about dodging and evading missiles, this will straight block their ability to lock onto you in the first place. Let's give it a run and see how effective this works. Alright, so over here I have some bad guys that want to shoot me down. I'm going to let them try to lock onto me and then use a chaff ability to see basically if it disables their lock on ability. Okay, right now as you guys hear, basically they're locking onto me. You hear the beep. I'm going to deploy the chaff right now and see if that stops. Let's see if this works. Okay, as you guys see, it stopped. And that definitely gives you a lot of time to clear the area if you need to, in case if you don't feel like dodging missiles. That's definitely good to have for your helicopter. Definitely a good thing to have. I believe the flares and the chaff both have a limited capacity of 20 rounds, I believe. So make sure you use them wisely in those intense situations and you should be good to go. Alright, let's move on to our next aircraft now, which is a V65 Molotok. Now, I must say this plane definitely looks like the most deadliest one out of all of them. I mean, just the look on it overall has like a nice aggressive look. Definitely stands out from the rest of the plane. So I'm dying to see what this bad boy can do. Let's go ahead and get it modified. Let's give it that nice red look. Speed is definitely nice. So this is actually just another fighter jet, basically. I don't really see nothing crazy about this. I was actually more excited before I got it because I thought it could do more features. I was at least hoping it was able to drop bombs, but the fact that it can't is kind of a disappointment. But it does have a machine gun and rockets. I mean, similar to a laser or a Hydra. So I guess this is like another advanced version of one of those. Now, for this to cost like $4 million, I don't really know what the big increase is over a Hydra. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit faster than a Hydra. But as far as features-wise, it seems to have the same features. All right, let's test the durability on it now. Get the handy-dandy rocket out. Let's give it a go. Alright, well, that is definitely a bummer. So another fighter jet also gets taken down in one missile shot. I was hoping that this would basically be able to survive a missile impact, but apparently it cannot. So one missile shot is taking this thing out, no doubt about it. That's definitely unfortunate. I had really big hopes for this aircraft. I mean, for it to cost as much as it does, I was thinking that it would have more features or just be more useful. But to me, I'm actually kind of disappointed. I don't know. I just thought that it would be a lot better than what it is. And it's just like a basic aircraft, I guess, compared to a Hydra or a laser. I don't really see nothing different besides just the overall look and design on it. But as far as features-wise, I don't see nothing special that sets us apart from those two. So it's going to be the same class with those if you ask me. That's just the way I look at it. Now, for the last vehicle, which is going to be our Tula, I'm actually not going to go to the aircraft to go get it. I'm going to request it to me because you can request aircrafts now. That's a new feature with the update. So if you're somewhere out and you don't feel like basically going to the hangar to get your aircraft, you can call your mechanic up and he'll bring it to you. So let's use that to get our Tula. I was hoping he was going to bring it on the runway, but apparently he brought it a little bit out in the outskirts area. So we'll go over there and grab it real fast. Alright, as you guys see right here, the mechanic puts it off to a nice spot. I guess we can hop in it and take off at. So that's definitely a good thing. Alright, so picking up where we left off at, let's go ahead and get this thing modified. Now, I haven't used a gas bombs yet. I want to try that one out and see how that works. Alright, let's see how good a $5 million craft can be. Alright, it says when grounded and VTOL is not engaged, press L to trigger the JATO thrust. Okay, so basically it can take off, you know, with the JATO ability, it can take off when you're on ground without using the VTOL mode. Now this right here is a VTOL mode. If you don't have the JATO, which is the jet assisted takeoff, basically you'll have to get your plane in the air like this. And then once you have enough height on it, you can basically switch it to driving mode, and then it'll basically fly like a normal plane would. So let's put it in flight mode now and see what it does. Okay, you see the wings are shifting. That is definitely dope how the wings shift like that. And now we're in flight mode. That's pretty cool. It's like similar to a Hydra. If you guys know how the Hydra flies, this is kind of the same concept right here. Alright, let's go straight to the weapons. Let's try the gas bomb feature out. Alright, let's give it a shot now and see what we can do. I don't really know what to expect in a gas attack. Like I said, it didn't really seem as crazy as I thought it would be. But it was definitely just cool to see those bombs jump out of that bay like that. You gotta admit. Alright, so last but not least, let's go ahead and land this thing and see how well it can take some missile shots. I want to land it right here on this street. I'm bold like that. Works for me. Now, as you see, after one rocket grenade right there, that pretty much took the aircraft out. Now, the aircraft was kind of slightly damaged just from me crash landing it like that. So I'm sure on full 100% health, it can probably take one missile shot just like the rest of them. Now, one feature that I did forget to mention about this plane, that it does have the ability to hover in water. Not really hover, but it basically can float in the water if you were to land it in there. It basically would not sink or crash, nothing like that. I'm sure you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Come down on it like this. And it'll pretty much stay afloat the whole time while it's on top of the water. And that's definitely dope because you don't really have that many aircraft that can do this. So I'll definitely give this credit for having this feature and ability right here. And another dope feature, as you can see with the weapons, that there is another gunner on the top part of the plane right there. You can put a gunner right there basically to shoot at any targets you guys might encounter while you guys are in flight. Now, as you see right now, we have a gunner in the back that's basically scanning for any hostile threats. That's definitely a dope feature to have also with this plane. Another reason why you should probably get this aircraft. Alright, so that right there was some of the aircraft vehicles for the new Smugglers Run update. Now, hopefully you guys definitely enjoy watching that. Now, let's move on to some of the cars that they have. They do have some new cars also for the update. Let's move on to the cars next. So the main car out of the two new cars for the update is going to be the Grotti Vision. Now, I do know Grotti is basically the Ferrari of the game pretty much. So let's see how this car looks in person. Let's go ahead and get it ordered up. That actually looks very, very nice. I like that a lot. That looks very, very sexy. You cannot tell me that it's not looking beauty. Let's check it out in first person mode. That looks absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and mod it out real quick.
Brings you in today.
I'm just gonna upgrade anything that involves the speed and just the looks. I'm not worried about the armor or anything like that. That's not really important. Ooh, oh my gosh, she looks so clean. This is clean. And it sounds so nice. Definitely an A+ on looks. This car has the aggressive look. If you want like a nice aggressive looking car, this right here is your one. Hands down. Straight intimidator right here. So for $2.2 million, I'll definitely say it can hang with the big dog. There's a lot of sweet things that I think you guys should definitely check out in this update. You guys seen the aircraft, you guys seen the vehicles. A lot of the vehicles are pretty expensive, so do make sure you have a good bit of cash when you saved up. Otherwise, you might not be able to get some of the vehicles. But I will tell you, most of them are definitely worth the price. A little high, of course, as you see. Now, you can get them cheaper with the trade price. If you do like a certain amount of air freight steel missions, that'll basically reduce your vehicle price to a little lower minimum, which can definitely help you out. But anyways, that's going to be a wrap. So if you guys did enjoy this Smugglers Run update, please give us a thumbs up like. We'll greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure you guys are subscribed to OS and Gaming to get the latest videos as soon as they come out. But thank you guys all for watching. Take it easy. And as always, have a good day.